Hi, it's Anne from the Useless Crafter. I got such an amazing response to the autism awareness ribbon over here. And I had made it 30 inches, which I'm going to bring over into the screen so you can see a little bit. I mean, it's big. And you can see just take a moment to appreciate how big this is. So like this little blue piece right there is this piece, right? I mean, look how it's the size of my fingernail. So everything, even though it looks small, was really big. I mean, if you can see how big this regular puzzle piece, I mean, it's bigger than my mouth, I think. so, but it was not an easy one to do. And I do a ton of off the mat projects, and it took a long time to piece together. The cutting part, the design space piece was super easy because the design was well done. I bought it from an Etsy designer. So it wasn't that. It was the fact that it was just a black outline. Let me undo that for you. I'm going to ungroup it just so that you can see. And I'm going to get rid of all the puzzle pieces. So just look at how it's done, right? It looks like the ribbon is folded over. It has like this top section, this long ribbon, and then this is the under piece ribbon, right? But when you take away all the colors, it is just this. So with your puzzle pieces that you're trying to put on this thing, you're creating that illusion that it's wrapped over and under, and the spacing had to be nice. And keep in mind it's 30 inches, so it's sizable. It was a difficult piece. So with the feedback that I got, everyone was like, oh, I want to do it. I know someone who would love this. It's Christmas time. And I feel a little guilty telling everyone to do it because I do it all the time, and it took me hours to do. In fact, I broke it up, and it took me like 3 days because I was getting frustrated with it. So I wanted to show some other things that are cool, maybe not equally cool, but definitely worth it. Get your what is it, the biggest bang for your buck. So let's ignore this ribbon for now. I do think it's beautiful and it's worth doing, but with the holidays and you've got so much going on, this is not the time to learn how to do it, and it's not the time to think you can wing something quickly. Okay, but I do want to show you a couple projects that I do think you can wing quickly. I'm not sure how. I definitely will do this butterfly. I don't know how easy it's going to be. Yeah, because it's beautiful. It's less pieces, so I think just from that it would be easy. But I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. But today I am going to show you something that is autism related that I think will be really pretty, and something worth giving and doing it a couple ways. Okay, so the first thing that when I saw this image, I thought it would be cool as a gift tag. So, like punch a little hole right here, have the ribbon go through here, attach it to the present, and then here you can either do a name, the initials, a monogram, whatever it is, or you can even make it so that it shows what season it is, like a Christmas tree, or I don't know, a little Grinch. I don't know, whatever it is that you want to do. But I thought that would be cool. And then I thought it would be really cool too if you wanted to make a really big statement piece, still putting the same things in, whether it's the initials. I got a lot of feedback from teachers. So maybe you put your room number there if your class is specifically, to help kids on the spectrum. So I kind of wanted to give that option. Okay, so first thing is let's do this as an ornament. Okay, so if we did it as an ornament, what I would do is this file right now has a little cutout right here. I think it's probably best if you actually had the black background would be this whole thing. So let's Let's do a couple things actually. Let's bring in a square and I'm going to slice out something because I want the circle also. So go ahead and, okay, so slicing is not available. Let me ungroup this really quickly. And let's move out all our colors. So we have just the black, okay? And let's do that. So let's slice out, I want that circle. I want the exact size for that circle. So when you slice it, what's going to happen is you're going to have this. So when you go to contour, you can get rid of the outside. I don't want the outside. I don't want this. I want just the circle. And there's my circle. And the reason why I want the circle is I think it would look really cool in a different color. So like, let's say you did a white background and then you lay your letters on top of it. I think it would look nice like that. Let's go back to this though. Let's fill in this circle. I want my black background to be one solid piece so that I can lay everything on top, because now I have this colored circle that I want to lay on top of it. So I don't want it to be hollow and for it to go through. I want to be able to tape it onto there. So let's make this a little bit smaller, and then all we need to do is weld it. And I am winging this. The only thing that I've decided prior to hitting the record button is that I wanted to do this image. I haven't messed around with it at all, okay? So in case you're like, what is she doing? Let's send this to the back. Let's put this all back on here. And let's see what we have. Now, I haven't decided on the size yet, okay? All I've done so far is we've closed out that hole, and we've made this circle, okay? So I really like that circle because this is kind of what I was thinking. Like if I just grabbed an H. Let me bring that to, oops, whoa, what happened? Where's my H? Okay, lost my H for a second. Okay, so here is my circle. And then let me send this to the front. Go to arrange. Oh, it is in the front. Okay, here we go. So I kind of wanted something like that. I thought that would look really cool as a gift tag. And make it whatever color you want it. Okay, so this right now is just a little under 6 by 6. So it's like this big. It's pretty big, right? So if you were making it for a big gift, you can always size this down a little bit smaller. If you were doing quite a few of these, this is a good size because you would be able to, I would make it a little bit smaller, maybe, yeah, this would be fine because you could fit 4 of them on a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. So this is a good size and you can do that. So you could also do this. Let me bring this to the front. And I like using the Monogram It app. That's where I just quickly did it. It's free, I believe. And you can pick different ones. And then what I end up doing is I then take a screenshot of it on my iPhone and then I upload it into my Cricut app on my phone. So it's easy to clean up. You just clean up the background. It's like one tap to clean out the background. And then I had to just tap the inside of the A and the inside of the P to get rid of, to give it the loop. Okay, so I think something like this is also cool. The other thing that I would do is I would cut a hole. So, and I would make the Cricut cut it so it's nice and even on all of my on all of my ornaments or my, oh, this could be an ornament. Oh my God, I didn't even think about it for your tree. So what you want to do is you just want to make this, this circle like so, right? So take your yellow and hit the shift key, grab your circle and slice. And then hit your circle again with your black background. So scroll down to this one and slice that. So that way your circle is cut in the exact space for your yellow and your black, okay? And you can remove all of that. Oops, hold on. Let me remove this middle one. So hopefully you caught all that. I ended up using, hold on, let me move this to the back. Arrange, send to back. Grab all of this, and now you have two perfect circles, and then you also know where the yellow goes, okay? So this can be an ornament, it could be a gift tag, and then I'll show you in a second how to make it big. But I think that this is something I'm gonna do right now. Hold on, let me save it. Autism, I'm gonna call it an ornament, okay, and save it. All my slicing results over here, I can just delete, okay? All right, so we have this. I'm gonna move this to the corner. I'll just leave this for now. Let's go to upload. Let's bring this one in again, because this time I'm gonna make it big. So I feel like we can make this 30 inches. Yeah, I think it'll look really good at 30 inches and it'll match my ribbon, which I think would be cool. So let's do that. Let's go to the height, do 30. And then whenever I do off the mat, I always end up going to my screen and reducing this to 25%. So I'm not scrolling up and down and back and forth, okay? All right, so here we have our piece. I do still want this to have that the black background, so be filled in. So let's ungroup this and move out all our pieces. So let's see how big this is. So this puzzle piece, while this side is fine, it's 11.2. This side is 17.9. So we're gonna have to slice this. But I'm going to use glitter cardstock, so I'm not worried about the seams. And I would probably slice it maybe right here. I wonder, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That won't be enough. I'll probably have to slice it somewhere right here. What you don't want to do is you don't want to slice it here and have this long seam. You want to slice it, you know, where the seams are going to be smaller. Yeah, so all these puzzle pieces are going to have to be sliced at some point, and that's fine. Let's bring in a circle so that we can make this black background one solid piece, okay? All right, you want to make sure you cover that hole, and then you grab the two items and you weld it, and now it's going to be one solid piece. Perfect. All right, now let's bring in our squares to start slicing, because right now this is almost 30 by 30. So we're going to need to slice this into 3 across and 3 down. So this is a big piece. Let's go to shapes, square. Let's make this 11 by 11. Technically we could do 11.5 by 11.5, but I like my whole numbers. So duplicate your square and then duplicate it one more time, because we know it's 30 inches and each one of these squares is 11. So 11 times 3 is 33 inches. I'm going to need 3 of them. I'm going to need 9 squares total. All right, so with off the mat, I do like using my position feature over here. Just put it somewhere over here. It doesn't matter where you put it. The first square, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to round to the closest whole number. So currently my x coordinate is 9.11. I'm just going to make that 9. My y coordinate is 6.056. I'm going to make that 6. Now that I've designated my first one, my second square, I'm just going to put it close enough to that one that I don't need to worry about my math. I can just go over here and again, round down to the nearest whole number. So this becomes 20. This becomes 6. And then this one, if I move it close enough, again, I will just make this 31 and this 6. We can also check the math, okay? So this first square, what we're telling Design Space is our x-coordinate's 9. So on this x-axis, go over 9, go down 6, and that's our first tip of our square. So if this is at 9 and my paper is 11 inches at the 9 and the 11, this one is at 20. And sure enough, it is. It's at 20x. And your y coordinate's 6, so it's down 6. And then this one should be 31 and 6, right? Okay. So highlight all of these squares, and you can tell you've, like selected them, highlighted them, whatever it is, because over here, these 3 are grayed, like they're selected, right? Let's duplicate. Bring this close enough to the first set, then go to position, and round to the closest whole number. So this is at 8.944. I'm going to make that 9. This is at 17.11. Make that 17. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate another set. This is our last set down here. And make this 9 and 28. So while this may have more pieces than our ribbon, I do think this is going to be so much easier. I mean, first of all, you only have 4 puzzle pieces. Okay. Now we have our square. So what you want to do is you want to go and grab our background, our solid black. So I've selected it here on the panel. Go up to Arrange and Send to the Front. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the one up here. Sorry. I apologize. I should have known. It's this one because it has the warning sign that, hey, it's too big. So go to Arrange, Send to the Front. There we have it. And there's like really I don't think there's any bad places to cut this because it's such a big piece. All right, so we're slicing. And if you remember, you can only slice 2 items at one time. That's going to be each square and then the puzzle piece itself. So if you look at how I do my cursor, I'm grabbing this top left square. And as soon as I hit the image, I'm good. I can let go, and it grabbed both items, and I'll slice. And the reason why I say that, sometimes if you try to grab too much, you end up grabbing a 3rd item or a 4th item, and you won't be able to slice. So for instance, if I did this, and I'm going to cross over this square just a little bit, and slicing is grayed out because I picked up 2 squares and the image itself. So, okay. It's my little tip for the day. All right, so continue slicing all the way around. And if we slice everything all the way around, this middle piece will be isolated by default because we've sliced everything around it. And if you wanted to, I believe that middle piece, you could leave it untouched at 12 by 12 and just put it in. It will overlap a little bit, but it doesn't matter because then you're going to put all your colors on top of it. So one less item to feed through your Cricut to cut. But if you wanted it to be perfectly flushed, just make it 11 by 11 because this middle piece is 11 by 11. All right. Okay. So we have everything. What I would do is grab just this top and move it over. And I like to keep it together because then I don't need to think about where each piece goes. Like when I see this piece, I know it goes here. Your slice results, just grab everything and delete it. Okay. So now all we have left is the middle, and darn it, we did have something more. I forgot to do the circle. Let's do that. So let's upload another piece, okay? This is the nice thing about making it 30 inches though, is that even though I messed up, I can just go and make this 30. And if you remember, I didn't make the colored circle. So let's ungroup this. We're basically just redoing everything. Not everything. I mean, I'm redoing what we did with the small one. Okay, so here we go. Bring in a shape, bring in a square, and we're gonna slice it. And just put it over your puzzle piece. Grab the two items and slice. And get rid of your results. Okay, so I can delete all this. We don't need any of this. What I'm interested in is this circle right here. So go to contour and hide all. Just want the circle, and I don't want this piece. So there's my circle. And I'm going to make this a different color. Let's make that, I don't know, yellow. Do we have a yellow piece? We do have a yellow piece. Let me make it green. Sorry. All right, so, and this circle is 10.6 by 10.6, so it will cut on one piece of cardstock, which is perfect. It's going to lay on top of our piece, like in the middle right here, and then you can put your initials, you can put whatever it is that you want. Okay, so these puzzle pieces are too big, right? So let's bring in a circle. Let's make it bigger, and let's duplicate that and have 4 circles because we have to slice 4 puzzle pieces, okay? I'm just gonna move all this over. Okay, so this is 17.9 inches long. So I'm thinking slicing somewhere in here. Maybe right here? Let me make this a little bit bigger because I saw that little tip was hanging out by there. Okay, so let's slice these 2 items and see what we get. All right, so now this piece is 11.52. Let me undo that because that's a little bit too big, right? It needs to be 11.5. So let me undo that. Let's make this a little bit in there, and let's slice it now. So this piece is 11 by 11.3, so perfect. It can cut on the mat on a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and then here's our other piece. And it's with the dark blue glitter, you're not going to be able to see that seam. Okay, here's our light blue. This one is 18, so we're going to have to cut it somewhere over here. What I would like to do is cut it like right here. Let's see if that works, okay? So slice 10.4 by 11.11. Okay, and there you have that piece. Okay, here is the same thing. So let's grab these two. Look, this is super slender, but it grabs both pieces and then you can slice it. Okay. All right, and then our last piece, right around there. Let's see if that works. Yep, 11 by 11.3 basically. All right, so we have all our pieces. The only thing we don't have is, you know, what we want to put in here. So let's do that initial that I had over here. So we're going to make this really big. We want, let me make it a different color. And let's just say you're making it for someone, for someone's room. Send to the front. Okay, and I think that would look really good. All right, so we're done. Let's save this. And then let's go to the mat. I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? All right, so we have all our colors, right? Everything that we want. I'm going to go to Color Sync, because I'm actually not making this for anyone. I'm making it as a tutorial. I want to make all my circles the same color. I may not use green glitter cardstock, but these two will cut on the same mat is what I'm trying to do. And this one, I will make it here so it's all on one mat. Yeah, okay. All right, let's go to make it. So this is our black background, okay? I think there's definitely some room to consolidate here. So let's make this 12 by 24. So here's our first piece. Why isn't it letting me? Okay, here we go. See, that all fits on one, but I feel like, let's see, this one, I wonder if we can do something like this. Okay, this is too big. That's not going to work. So like this one, I would move to another mat. I would move that to this one. All right, so now I have these three pieces here. This one's pretty big by itself. I don't think I can consolidate any more than what we have. Okay, let's look at our yellow. So we have this and this. These are big pieces. I would probably move this over here so that I can, with a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, next time I have all this usable space. Okay, here's my green. I would move this green to the other mat. And this better fit. Okay, there. So now that's on one mat. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, I would move that here. Yeah, these are, you know, this is a big piece that we're doing, so I would move that over here. Okay, here's our red. And our red, because we're doing a couple different things. Sorry, let me move that. Like that fits there. That's nice. Maybe do something like this so that next time when I use this red, I have all of this and all of this. That's a little bit easier to manage. Or you know what? Move this to the other mat. To this one. I think this one can fit with my H. Let's try it. Yeah. So 2 pages instead of 3, and then that's it. So not much we can do about this because it's just a big project. So all right, I will meet you after I cut this and I will show you how to piece it together. All right. I hope this is I know it's going to be way easier than the actual ribbon one. But hopefully I think it'll still be really nice. All right. Thanks, guys.